Hi, welcome to today's class. I hope you're well and looking forward to spending some time for yourself. Hopefully you found a quiet space and can enjoy a little bit of me time and have a good stretch, build a bit of strength. Yeah, I feel good at the end of it. So as always, if you've got any injuries, please be very mindful of them. Don't just do what I'm saying if you think it's going to cause you discomfort or pain. So at all times, please manage that and just be very aware of your body. We are going to be doing plank challenge and really working through our hips and our legs at the start of the class today. So that'd be nice, particularly if you've been running or hiking or cycling a lot, or maybe just sitting at a desk all week. Let's limber up a little bit. Cool. So as always, please lift your posture. So pull up through the core. Imagine that piece of string tied to the top of your head, just lifting you up. So really working up, elevating your chest, rolling the shoulders back. So try not to hunch into your ears. And place your hands wherever is comfortable for you. One thing I just want to point out, if sitting like this is really uncomfortable and every time you're doing this you're thinking, oh, I just hate this, I can't do it, you can always sit like this if it's better for you. Maybe this is a bit hard on your ankles, but maybe this is a bit easier on your knees, whichever feels more appropriate for you and more comfortable. Alternatively, you could just sit with your legs out in front of you. That's absolutely fine as well. So don't feel you have to sit cross-legged. So where were we? Nice and tall here. Open up the chest. Feel free to close your eyes if you wish. Bring all your awareness inwards. And placing your hands, as I say, wherever is comfortable for you. Just being mindful of whether it encourages your shoulders to roll over. So you want to really concentrate on lifting the chest and trying to relax those shoulders. So just by sitting like this, you might be very aware of how hard it actually is to relax the shoulders. Maybe you're carrying a lot of tension and stress in the shoulders. Don't judge that right now, just accept that that's where you're at right now and just have that awareness. So just take some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Bring your awareness to your body, shutting out any distractions you may have around you as best you can. And we're going to interlink our fingers. With an in-breath, reach up, really stretch up through the fingers. And with the out-breath, just reaching over to the right side. Breathing in, bring it up to center. Breathing out over to the left side. So you should feel a nice stretch down the side of your body on the right. Breathing into center. Breathing out over to the right. Breathing into center. Breathing out over to the left. Breathing into center. And as you breathe out, release the arms, let them float back to the mat. Cool. So we'll do one round of sun salutations today, just warm ourselves up, connect with ourselves and how we're feeling today. So coming to the top of the mat, whichever is the top of the mat for you. So we'll stand with our feet hip width apart, really spread the toes, really ground yourself here in this position. Then breathing in, breathing out, bring the palms to chest. Breathing in, hands to the ceiling. Breathing out, hands to the mat, bend your knees if you need to. Breathing in, take the right leg back. Drop the knee, relax the foot, open the chest. Hold the breath to plank position. And breathing out, knees, chest, forehead to the mat. Breathing in, scoot forward and up. Roll the toes, breathe out, hips to ceiling. Breathing in, right leg forward, drop the left knee, relax the foot. Breathing out, left leg forward into the forward fold. Breathing in, hands to ceiling. Breathing out, palms to chest. Breathing in, hands to ceiling. Breathing out, hands to the mat. Breathing in, left leg back, drop the knee, relax the foot. Hold to plank. Breathing out, knees, chest, forehead to the mat. Breathing in, scoop up. Breathing out, hips to ceiling. Breathing in, left leg forward, drop the right knee. Breathing out, right leg forward into the forward fold. Breathing in, hands to ceiling. Breathe out, palms to chest. Okay, so we're going to go into a forward fold now. So as we breathe in, reach those hands up, really stretch. And as you breathe out, reach forward and down. And just let your arms and your head relax. You're welcome to grab your elbows here, sway side to side. Or just let yourself relax. Let the arms fall towards the floor. Keep a softness in the knees here. Don't lock your knees out. Just take some nice easy breaths. Sink lower into the floor. Play around with how the weight is distributed through your feet here. So tiny rotations of your hips. And be aware of how the weight changes throughout your feet. And reverse the rotation. Use your hands for support if you need to. And bring it back to neutral. So we're going to plant the hands down. We're going to take the legs back into downward dog. So feet and hands about hip width apart. Spread those fingers nice and wide, taking those hips up and back. Maybe your heels can touch the floor here. Or maybe you're like me and they are absolutely nowhere near. It doesn't matter. Just got tight hamstrings maybe. You can have a pedal out here if it feels nice. Stretching the backs of the legs, stretching those feet. Then we'll take the right foot forward between the hands into runner's lunge. So look at your positioning, make sure the right knee is above the ankle, not in front of it. Your back leg is straight and strong. If this is too much for you though, you can always drop that knee to the floor. It's absolutely fine if that's what you need to do. Otherwise, keeping that knee up, opening up the chest here. Nice easy breaths. Feel the stretch through your left hip. So now we're all going to drop the left knee to the floor, raising the torso up as we breathe in, taking those arms up into warrior arms, palms facing inwards. And as you breathe out, dropping those hips forward to really deepen the lunge. So you're really getting even more into that hip flexor. Bringing those shoulders down so you're not hunching up too much. Relaxing the face, relaxing the jaw. Breathing in, bring the hips up. Bring the arms down, and then we're going to take the weight of the hips back onto our heel. So keeping that right leg stretched out in front. Keep the foot flexed so you're really engaging the leg, sorry. And we're really getting deeper into that hamstring stretch on the right leg. So if you're not feeling it too much right now, imagine the lower part of your spine moving forward. You only have to move it a tiny little bit, You should feel the hamstring getting a good stretch here. And we'll bring the weight forward again, plant the hands down, take the right leg back into downward dog again. So again, give it a nice pedal out if you wish. Making sure those hips are up and back. You're not putting too much weight into your hands. And then we'll do the other side. So bringing the left leg forward into runner's lunge. So check that knee to ankle. Opening up the chest. Plant the right knee down this time, bringing the torso up, find your balance. Breathing in, take the arms up, and as you breathe out, dropping those hips further forward to deepen the lunge, but do not overdo it. If this is proving too much, just bring the hips back. It's good to get a stretch, but you don't want to do any damage. So breathing in, bring the weight up. Bring the hands down for support, and then we'll slide the hips back, keeping that left leg straight and foot flexed for the hamstring stretch. Bringing the weight forward, put the hands down, we'll take the left leg back into downward dog again. Give it a nice pedal out. Then we're going to go into pigeon now. So we're going to take the weight forward, and then we'll start with the right knee to right elbow. Cross that foot over and plant the right knee behind the right wrist. Dropping the left knee to the floor, extend that leg. And sitting nice and tall here if you can. So your right knee is beside the right wrist. Your back leg is extended. Try not to let the ankle roll out too much there. And your hip should be fairly square. So you want to play around a little bit with the positioning to really get the stretch you need. Now where you're feeling it might be the right hip, might be the left hip flexor at the front. Depends on your body. Some people feel it on their inner thigh here. Totally depends on you. But try not to roll out too much or in too much. So we'll make our way down to our elbows now. Again, not rolling the hips too much. And if you're feeling particularly tight in your hip, and this is quite painful, you don't want pain, but do try and encourage the breath to release the tension you might be feeling. So don't overdo it, but yeah, by using the out breath to kind of relax your body and ease into the stretch, it can really help. Now, depending on your flexibility right now, if you're comfortable doing so, extend the arms, place the forehead on the mat. If this is too much, stay on your elbows. We'll make our way back to our elbows, back to our hands. And for the quad stretch, if you can do it, bending the left knee and holding the ankle on the outside. If you can't hold your ankle, just leave the foot down. Maybe take your shoulders back to increase the stretch there. Release the foot, plant the hands down. We'll take the right leg up to the ceiling, give it a good shake, release any tension, and kick the tree, and back into downward dog. And we'll do the other side, so bringing the weight forward, this time left knee to left elbow, cross the foot over and place the left knee behind the left wrist, dropping the right knee to the floor and extending that leg. So play around with your hips again, make sure they're in the right position. And then we'll make our way down to our elbows. So you might find one side feels different to the other, maybe one side is tighter than the other. I always feel more of a twang going on in my left hip. I don't know why. And again, if you're comfortable doing so, extend the arms, place the forehead on the mat. An alternative here is if it's more comfortable, you can stack your hands or fists and rest your head there, or have them flat on the floor and rest your head on them there, if that's more comfortable for you. And we'll make our way back to our elbows, back to our hands, and this time bending the right knee, holding the ankle, and getting deep into that quad stretch. And release the foot, drop the hands down, this time taking the left leg up, give it a good shake, kick the tree, quite nice, up to the tree, and back into downward dog, give it a nice pedal out here. And then we'll just drop onto the knees carefully, sit back onto your heels and take a rest in child's pose with your arms by your side, forehead on the mat. Preparing for plank challenge, okay? So deciding which plank you want to do, but right now don't worry about that, just use the breath, just relax, sink into the floor here. And slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll your way up. So yes, what plank are you going to do? As always, it's going to be a rough guess on how long we're doing this for. I encourage you to press pause if you really want to go for it and keep building the strength. So adding 30 seconds on maybe, or even a minute on, depending on your abilities, each week is going to be a brilliant one to improve your core strength and stability. So decide, arms extended, you might be on your knees, here's an option for you, on your knees, or on your elbows on your knees if that's where you're at, otherwise knees up. Remember you've got your tailbone tucked under, your abdominals, tummy muscles drawn upwards, trying not to slouch down in your shoulder sockets but remaining strong. You may want to do side plank. So decide on your plank and then we'll get started. So join me now. So if you've got some way of someone telling you what your posture is like right now, maybe your bum's up a little bit too much, maybe it's down a little bit too much. If your bum's too low, then you'll be feeling a lot of draw on your lower back, and that will not be good for you. So do your best to lift it up. Give those fingers a nice little wriggle to release any tension you might have. Relax your facial muscles and your jaw. Keep breathing. If you're in side plank, you might want to swap over now. So really focusing on whether your hips are staying strong, whether you're dropping down a little bit too much. If you can't adjust, drop to your knees, take a rest, bring it back up. And then we're going to drop our knees to the floor. If you're in side plank, make your way into extended child's pose. So we're going to drop back onto our heels, keep those arms extended. You really want to engage the muscles in your back here, so getting a really nice stretch. And then relaxing the arms and resting them beside you, so your hands are by your feet. Okay, so placing your hands in front of you, we're going to make our way up onto all fours. So adjusting your knees and feet position so they're about hip width apart and your wrists below your shoulders. So we're going to start with some cat-cow, really work the spine here. So breathing in, head and tailbone up. And as you breathe out, arch the back, tuck the head and the tailbone under. So go at the pace of your breath. Do what you can to make it nice and steady. Breathing in and out through the nose. Maybe closing your eyes if you wish. And bringing it back to neutral. So now we're going to just walk our hands around to the right. So we're going to really increase the stretch to the left side of our body. So taking those arms round to a point that's comfortable for you. And walking back to centre and over to the other side. So over to the left side, feeling that stretch down the right side of your body. And walking back to centre. We're going to give our wrists a nice little stretch, so reversing the position of our hands as much as you can. So they're now facing towards your knees. You get a really nice stretch through the lower arms here. So play around with that positioning a little bit. Try not to overdo it, but it's a really nice stretch. And release the hands back round. Give them a nice little shake if you need to. Then we're going to make our way down to our tummies. So taking the hands forward slightly. You can either just make your way down now, or if you want the extra little challenge, tuck the toes, start off in plank, and then we'll make our way down with control down onto our tummies this way. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of work on our lower backs here. Try and avoid any back pain that we might suffer if we don't focus on the strength in our muscles. So we'll start with Cobra. So palms beside you, elbows tucked in and shoulders drawn back, and ankles together, toes pointing. Then as we breathe in, we're raising our hands and our chest off the floor, keeping those elbows tucked in so you're not bringing those shoulders up. You want to draw them back, and keeping your feet on the floor here. So you should feel your lower back muscles really working in this position. Try and lift as high as you can while still breathing. So again, use the breath to relax your facial muscles and your jaw. Give those fingers a little wriggle. Make sure you're not holding tension there. See if you can lift up a little bit higher just for the last few seconds. And that doesn't mean just taking a big deep breath in. And slowly making your way down and resting in crocodile. So Makasana. So you can use your arms as a pillow, or you can have them resting beside you. Big toes together and ankles dropped out to the side. Nice deep breaths here. Relax your body. There's no need to hold any tension here. It's a moment of rest. Okay, so we're going to go into my favourite that I call King Penguin. So your legs are about hip width apart. Keep them straight. Your arms are by your side, palms facing inward. Keep them straight. And as we breathe in, lifting the arms and the legs off the floor, drawing those arms back, continuing to breathe, and we'll hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, go a little bit higher, 4, 3, a little bit higher, 2, 1, and relax down. Good work. And rest again in crocodile. So big toes together, ankles dropped out to the side. We're going to bow pose, so bending the knees, holding the ankles on the outside. Then as we breathe in, try and keep the knees quite close together here, like hip width, trying to let them flare out too much. And as you breathe in, raising up as high as you can and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. Good work. Pull out the hands down, slide back into extended child's pose. Really stretch those muscles through your back here. We're just going to walk our fingers over to the right side, so you can always take them beyond the mat. And then resting the hands down. Keep the right palms flat and take the left fingers or palm up and have your left hand on your fingertips. You'll really feel an increased stretch down the left side here of your body. Nice easy breaths. And then walking the fingers back to center, And then over to the left side. This time keeping your left hand flat and putting your right hand onto the fingertips. And we'll walk our fingers back to center again. Planting the hands down, bring yourself up onto all fours. We're going to make our way onto our backs now, so crossing the ankles over, roll onto your bum. And then shimmying forward towards the middle of your mat, we're going to make our way down onto our backs, keeping the knees bent and feet and knees about hip width apart. We're going to hug it out in a releasing pose here, so knees to chest. If it's comfortable on your neck, bring the nose to knees. Try not to cross the feet over, keep them parallel. And if you want, gently rock side to side for a little bit of back massage. So placing the head back down on the mat. We're going to keep hold of the right knee, but we're going to extend the left leg all the way down so it's on the floor. And keeping that left foot flexed to engage the leg here. Try and draw those shoulders down to the floor as well, so you're not hunched too much. And bringing the left knee back to chest, and we're going to extend the right leg. So take that one all the way down to the floor. And bringing the knees back to chest, give them a nice squeeze. And then extend both legs all the way down to the floor. Raising the arms above the head, full body stretch. So stretching your arms up, stretching your feet all the way away from you, so you're getting a full body stretch here. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then resting the arms by the side. And you can have a nice relaxation here if you wish. So in Shavasana, so resting your legs hip or mat width apart, just let your ankles relax out to the side. With your arms by your side, have your palms faced up, and just let your fingers naturally curl. Making sure your shoulder blades are nice and relaxed on the mat. And gently closing your eyes here. Take some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose and just connect with how you're feeling after the work we've been doing. So maybe you can get a deeper breath than you were able to at the start. So feel free to spend as long as you wish in relaxation, focusing on your breathing, the rising of the stomach on your in-breath, and then how it falls on the out-breath. And then whenever you're ready, slowly rolling onto your right side and just resting there for a moment. Then very slowly and carefully making your way up into a seated position to finish the practice. And thank you for practicing with me today. Hope you enjoyed the class. I look forward to seeing you again next time. So thank you very much.